Hi all, this is Dr. Anupama Verma, pathologist practicing at Mumbai. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who have appreciated my videos regarding corona pandemic. My friends, my medico friends, my distributors, my family, my relatives from all over India, they have appreciated it. That has encouraged me to make yet another video. So without much ado, let's start. So today we are going to discuss the test in detail about the test which we are doing in symptomatic patients to diagnose acute COVID disease or acute corona infection. As you know, there are two basic type of tests which we are doing to detect acute COVID infection. First of all, first test is RT-PCR testing and second is COVID-19 antigen testing. As we all know, RT-PCR is gold standard. Once the test is positive on RT-PCR, it doesn't require any reconfirmation. So let's compare the two tests and then we will try to understand why each of tests is necessary. So let's start comparing the two tests. RT-PCR test is an expensive test, whereas antigen testing is not that much expensive. RT-PCR is not available at every place, whereas antigen testing is more freely available. RT-PCR is complicated procedure. It requires specialized machine. It requires skilled personnel. Whereas antigen testing is an easy test. It doesn't require much of the equipments and it can be performed by less skilled lab technician. Time required for RT-PCR is between 2 to 5 hours, but in case of antigen testing, it requires only 30 to 35 minutes. Because the RT-PCR testing is available in only fewer labs in your city, the waiting time is more. You collect the sample today and it will reach the lab, and because of so much of backlog, you will get the report after 24 to 48 hours. Whereas in antigen testing, you will get report in half an hour. Other thing is, in case of RT-PCR, how you collect the sample. The sample is collected from oropharynx and nasopharynx. In simple language, it is collected from the back of mouth and back of the nasal cavity. Whereas in case of COVID antigen testing, the sample is collected from nasopharynx. Now, how the tests are performed? I have called my microbiologist friend who has done MBBS and MD microbiology to explain you the technique of RT-PCR, the advantage of RT-PCR. She is the best person to answer all these things. See, I am not expert. I should admit that. But in short, I'll just compare the two. RT-PCR, the full form is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. So basically, COVID virus is RNA virus. So first it's converted from RNA to DNA. So that is called transcription, reverse transcription. And then it is amplified to make multiple copies of the DNA of this virus. And then it is measured. It increases the quantity to such an extent that we can measure it. Whereas in case of antigen testing, nothing like this happened. Here it is collected into extraction media, into buffer, where the virus is extracted. The virus remains in active form, in detectable form, in preserved form in that extraction buffer for only 1 hour. So we have to perform the test within that 1 hour to detect the virus. Therefore, we have to perform it fast and give the result in 30 minutes. Let's discuss about sensitivity and specificity. As you all know, antigen testing, the sensitivity is only 50 to 84%. It's very less. We understand that. It's less. Means if there are 100 patients in the community, it will detect only 50 to 80% of the test. 100 patients who are actually positive, and it will be able to detect only 50 to 80% as positive. So it will miss around 50 to 30% of cases, positive cases. That is a serious thing. But the specificity is very good of antigen testing. That is 99 to 100%. So if it detects any person as positive, it is positive. It's 99 to 100% positive. So its positivity rate is very good. But if it misses, it can miss the diagnosis in 20 to 50% of cases. That is a serious thing. Now what about RT-PCR? RT-PCR is considered as gold standard, but there are flaws in it. How? It also misses 30 to 40% cases. There are 30 to 40% false negative results. So out of 100, it can also miss 30 to 40% of cases. Although it is gold standard, because we don't have any other technology to perform better. So flaws are there in both the technologies, but it depends on the viral load. There is no such thing that there is 100% accurate test. The thing is, there is flaw in both the type of testing, because it depends on the viral load. So that thing we have to understand. And in this COVID disease, there are different level of viral shedding on different day of presentation. So from the day of infection, first day of symptom, at that time it is at peak. We have to understand that. Suppose day 0 be considered as the date of infection. Infection means the virus enters in the body of person. That we consider as day 0. And day 5 is the day when the patient presents with the symptom. So the viral shedding is highest from the day 3. You mean to say the person before the person develops symptoms. So that is very important that we have to understand that. So virus enters the body on day 0 and the viral load is highest on day 3 and it remains for 5 days. So once the person becomes symptomatic, that is on day 5, we have to do actually testing between day 3 to day 7. That is the time when the virus is having maximum viral load. That is highest concentration in the nasal and oral pharyngeal cavity. So we don't have to miss that. Therefore, I was saying in last video also, whenever the person presents to you and you suspect clinically, do the testing immediately. Because at that time you are going to pick up the disease very fast. So we don't have to postpone. After this date, day 0 is the day of infection, day 5 is the day of presentation, and highest viral load in the nasal and oral cavity is between 3 to 7 days, and it decreases afterwards. It's said that 9th day or 10th day after infection. Remember, the day of presentation is day 5, so we have only 5 days to detect it. So it has to be taken very seriously. The testing shouldn't be postponed. If you suspect clinically, patient has to be advised and patient has to go and do that testing RT-PCR immediately. If RT-PCR is not available, it's taking time. You are getting appointment after 2 days. Person is not ready to come to your home for 2 days. You can't go to that place. If so many problems are there, you can go for antigen testing. Antigen testing, I understand, it will miss 50% of cases. But why we are doing it? Now let me clear it. Why government, why bureaucracy, everybody is advocating it. See, we want to do mass screening. We want to do community screening. Because the principle of control of corona disease, COVID disease is, we have to understand 3 words. First, test. Second, trace. And third, most important, treat. So, the important thing is, you have to understand that testing is very important. It is the mainstay of controlling the pandemic. So, you have to test the community. If somebody is positive, you have to trace the contact. Take care of the contacts, family members, relatives, office people, surrounding people. And then you have to find out who is having symptoms, treat it. Who is not having symptom, you can quarantine it. So that is the further thing. We are interested in testing. Because I am pathologist, so I will be pertaining everything to testing. So first thing of controlling the pandemic is test. out of the 3 T's, that is test, trace and treat. So suppose there are 100 people in a community. Let me explain you in simple language. 100 people in a village. Out of them 50 are infected and 50 are not infected with coronavirus. With RT-PCR, you are going to detect 60% of cases. Means out of 50 patients, 60% of persons you will be able to pick up. Whereas in case of antigen testing, out of 100, even if it misses 50 persons which are actually infected with COVID, suppose there are 100 people in village, 100 patients are in the village, 50 are infected, and out of 50% you detect, that is 25 people you are detecting that they are positive, and you don't have to recheck it, because once it's positive by antigen testing, it doesn't require any confirmation, because it is very specific test. 99 to 100% is the specificity. Yes, I agree, it will miss 25 people, 50% of the population who is positive. Okay, so now suppose it has missed 25 cases. So if the patients are symptomatic, they are having fever, they are having cough, they are direct contacts of positive patient, they are having some history, then you can easily advise them to go for RT-PCR. Even then, out of 100 people, 25 people are not requiring RT-PCR. So you have reduced the burden of doing RT-PCR, which is costly, which is not available in your city, which has to be done by a specialized lab. It requires waiting time. Our purpose is to detect the infection fast, act fast. Detect the infection, that is test the person, trace it and then treat it. So even if I agree it is having lot number of false negative, means patients are positive, it is missing it, antigen testing, it is missing it, I understand that. So out of 100 people in a village, 50 are actually having infection. Out of them, with antigen testing, if you miss 50%, that means if you are missing 25 people, even then you are diagnosing 25 people within a span of half an hour. Then why not do it? You can save life of 25 people, and you can save the around hundreds of people surrounding those 25 people who are infective in the infective stage. So that is the thought behind introducing antigen testing in the community. Even if it misses 50% people, you have to see as a doctor that if person is having infection, or there are certain criteria laid down by ICMR that I am going to discuss in another video. Stay tuned. In which setting you have to do antigen testing. This video was to compare between RT-PCR and COVID-19 antigen testing, and why it's worth it to do antigen testing. And there are guidelines by ICMR to state government, and those guidelines are there on website, which I am going to give you the link. I am going to give you in description box. And if you study those guidelines, you will understand it is towards the targeted population, not for everybody. Like RT-PCR, you are not doing for everybody. You can't do it. It's a costly test. It can't be done free. Antigen testing can be done free. Many corporations, many state governments, they are doing it free of cost. So take advantage of it. Whatever is available to you, take the full potential of that commodity, that test in your area. So this is Anupama Verma. Stay tuned. In next video, I am going to tell you in which setting COVID-19 antigen testing is advisable. Just decide which is the best modality for your patients and go for it. I will explain all these things in more easier language for general public, but this was basically for my doctor friends. You are doing a great job. Congratulations to you and God bless you. Thank you. This is Dr. Anupama Verma signing off. Bye.